Guiding behaviors. A definition of guidance is to indicate a developmental, relationship-based, problem-solving approach to supporting young children's social and emotional competence. A guide shows the way and supports those she guides on that journey. So as a teacher, you need to guide the children and show them the way on their journey. So what is discipline? Traditionally, discipline was used as a means of adult control, restraint, authority, as well as child obedience. Discipline can also mean to teach infants and toddlers new behaviors. When I was a child, there were sayings that went like, spare the rod and spoil the child. A child should be seen and not heard. These type of thinkings are no longer something that happens. So we use discipline as a means of ways to teach infants and toddlers new behaviors. When we think about children, we always know that infants and toddlers, toddlers are always climbing up on things. So a form of discipline is redirection. So you want to redirect the children's thinking from what they're doing. So if the child would be standing on the table, you would say something like, let me help you get down. Feet are on the floor. We put food on the table. So a guide encourages and models the structures of the journey so that everyone can be successful. Guiding means that infants and toddlers are supported as they learn an important amount of information in such a short little time. Guidance includes a positive way to use strategies for supporting children as they become socialized in the culture in which they live. Part of guiding children is respecting them. Respect for infants and toddlers includes respect for their emotional needs, respect for their individual differences and strengths, and respect for their power of development. So having a secure and caring relationship with an infant will help the infant to feel that you really care about them. And that is something that infants and toddlers need to develop. So having responsive interactions. Infants and toddlers need adults who will respond to their needs. So if the child is making gestures like they're hungry, you would feed them. If they cry, you pick them up and find out what's wrong. You listen to their words and their interests. Protection. Infants need to feel safe. They need to know that they can count on you enough to stop them if they are hurting themselves or others. They need to feel that they can run into your arms when they are feeling frightened or hurt. A sense of self-worth through mastery and learning. Infants and toddlers need your affirmation and encouragement. Rather than saying, that's good, we need to be more specific in our affirmations. We can say, look what you did. You built a tower, and that was hard work. Teachers need to respect the individual differences of children. Respect for infants and toddlers also entails appreciation for what children bring into a relationship in terms of their unique styles of interaction and learning. An infant and toddler's temperament influences how that child will react to the differences in quality care. We need to show respect for cultural differences in children's families. Recognizing these differences will influence the strategies we use. Some children require more personal space around them, whereas others may not. If we recognize the differences in ourselves and others, we can value them rather than misinterpret them. We understand that children are developing their emotional and social skills. As children mature in social and emotional, cognitive, language, and motor domains, children go through different stages. So we need to remember to respect ourselves. What kind of culture taught you how children behave? How does this influence the way you guide young children? Think about what makes you angry, sad, frustrated, and anxious when you are with children. Reflection includes thinking about what an experience is like for a child, observing what children are communicating through their behavior, and deciding what you would like the child to do instead. So we need to remember how the child's world affects them. Our world today is different than when I was a child, but you have to remember that people break up. We have a family that you would never believe would have been divorced, but now they're divorced, and how it is actually altering the children's behavior. So now I'd like you to reflect on children's experiences. Reflect with whom and when these behaviors occurred. Reflect on new behaviors. Children communicate their needs in a variety of ways. An infant may yawn and turn away when they need a break from an interaction. Some children may hit to get their way or tell you, "I'm not feeling safe and I have to protect myself." Through negative experiences, they have learned not to trust adults. They don't have the words to tell you, so they act out. Building children's social skills and emotional skills and vocabulary is generally important for the development of the abilities to control and express their emotions.